these are my plants. Say what I'm growing so that in case I have to reference it. This is my spiky plant. It has the prettiest flower. I think I need to transfer it into a bigger pot. And I haven't seen it flower for 2 years, so I bought it 3 years ago or so. It hasn't flowered since I bought it. And these are what I thought was zinnia, but I think they're freesias or something. These didn't grow. These died in the first year that I planted them. But then they sprang out, like the bulbs were still in the soil and they regrew. And this is the first year they flowered. The flowers are dead now, but they were very pretty and nice smelling. These ones, this is the first year these ones have flowered. And they're really pretty smelling, like they're sweet. And these are the crackerjack marigolds that look like carnations. And I'm like, oh, is that weird hybrid? These are the first year that I've grown daffodils. I was told when we moved here, the other person had been given daffodils as bulbs, and they planted them and they didn't grow. So this is my first planting. I actually think they kept their bulbs in the fridge for a little too long, but who knows. So this is my first planting, and I'm happy to see that all the plants that I planted grew. So that gives me hope. I think next March I'm going to plant more or grow more. I have a heap more. Maybe these ones are going to end up in the garden. But I love daffodils. They're one of my favorite flowers. These aren't really doing very much. I don't really remember what I planted. I planted like roses. I think these are my palms. So I planted 2 ponytail palms. And since there are 2 growing, I'm sure that these are my ponytail palms. I think this is a weird, but we're seeing if it flowers. So if that's my ponytail palms, I planted some other kind of tree, but I don't remember what it is. No idea what's in all these. These 2 colored ones have something. What did I plant? I know I planted mini roses in these couple. And I think one of these have seeds that didn't grow. So I planted more mini roses. These ones, I planted something the other day. What was it? I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. Something. Oh yeah, these are my native ones, I think. The ones that need sand. So I should have in one of them native tomatoes with both of them should have native tomatoes, because I did like a couple of seeds of native tomatoes on the sides. But they should also have something else. One of them's going to be a currant bush, and the other one's going to be a some sort of other bush, native bush. Oh, I would have to check. Can't remember off the top of my head. One of them was definitely currant, and the other tomatoes, and something else that I really wanted to plant. Don't remember what it was. And they said on the instructions, we're planting in spring. This one has my second bout of cherry seeds. So I soaked them for a few days. And then I put them in a pot with soil, and I put plastic over it. These have purple flowers. This is my anise. This has something that needs to be grown in specific blueberries. 1 load of blueberries. See how they grow. Native flowers collection. Something daisies. This is where I put the daisies, and this is something I don't remember, but not many of them are growing anything. I think these are weeds, these big thick plants, but they grow out of nothing, so I'll just see wait and see what they flower. I don't like to pull out weeds because I don't know exactly what I'm pulling out, so I just wait and see if they flower. But yeah, that's sort of my collection. And then these are my empty cups. So I did have dwarf, what do you call it? Some sort of dwarf seeds. Some sort of dwarf seeds anyway. I planted them by the side, near where the bushes are over there. There were some holes in the ground a creature had made, and I'd filled up the holes. So I can water them when I'm sort of doing the bound of watering for the anise and see if they grow. Dwarf cherry blossoms they were, so if any grow from the ground, we can transfer them across to somewhere else. But I'll probably be like, oh, do you know why these dwarf trees are growing here? And I'm like, yeah, it's sort of planted dwarf trees didn't grow in the pot, so I planted the little potty thing with in the ground, and if they grow, they grow. I probably should have put them in a different place, but I just put them there to fill in these holes a animal had made, and when I pass them during the day to water the anise, I can water them too, just in case something might grow from them. You never know.